Hey, it's Lori. We're going to do some food prep today. We're going to make life a little bit easier and we're going to do it quickly. A quick way to make your life a little bit easier. That's what you're going to see today. We're going to do some eggs in the Instant Pot, and we're going to do some roasted radishes. We're going to cook up some rutabaga also in the Instant Pot, and we're going to cook up some veggie soup also in the Instant Pot. So let's get started. I think I ended up putting 14 eggs in, and the reason I put 14 in, I was just going to do a dozen, but I'm pretty sure I've got 14 because those last 2 eggs wouldn't fit in my egg holder thing in the fridge. So I'm like, I'm just going to put them in here. I have them in this. I don't really want to pick them up too much right now. When they're boiled, I will. I have them in my steamer basket. There is water in the bottom, and I'm pretty sure I have over 2 cups in there, like probably closer to 3 cups. I'm gonna do the 555 method, and I actually recently saw Terry, make sure that seals in, Terry Least did the 555 method, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try it. And I had looked it up already when I saw her do it, and then I commented that I was gonna do the eggs in the Instant Pot too. And she said she used the 555 method, and I'm like, oh, well, that's what I looked up too. So yeah, we're gonna put it in for 5 minutes and just let it go. Let it pressure cook. Make sure it's sealed. It is sealed. We'll leave it in there for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out and dunk it into some ice water. We're gonna try and use our time wisely here. I have a couple of rutabagas, and I've got one of them wrapped in a paper towel now, and I'm gonna pop it in the microwave for 5 minutes to kind of melt that waxy stuff off, and I'm gonna get it peeled. Since I'm cooking it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way. It's gonna make it a lot easier to get that wax and the peel off. While that's in there, we're gonna get the radishes ready to roast up. Where's my other little knife? Guess I didn't get it out. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to get these radishes ready to roast up and see if I can keep from having them run away on me so I can use this for my scraps. All right. Yep, I'm just going to get these sliced and ready to roast. Then everything, like 5 seems to be the magic number today, doesn't it? 5 minutes in the microwave with the rutabaga to make it easier to peel. We got the eggs cooking in the Instant Pot for 5 minutes. We're going to natural release the eggs for 5 minutes. And we're going to dunk them in ice water and leave them in there for 5 minutes. So 5 is the magic number today. All right, let me get these done and I'll get back with you. I'll just show you the rutabaga. I don't know if you can tell that the paper towel's kind of like all greasy now. It looks like it's wet, but it isn't. That's from all that wax that's coming off of it. All the wax is coming off, and I'm gonna put it under, it's pretty warm right now, but I'm gonna put it under the hot water, wash it off really good, make sure all the wax is gone, and get it peeled. And now it's gonna be easy to peel since it's been in the microwave for 5 minutes. Okay. Whew. Yes, that is very warm. I'm just gonna cut the ends off. All right, get those pieces off the end, and it's really kind of hard to handle right this second, but I think I can do it. Yeah, it's gonna peel really easy. Okay, I'll get this done off camera and get back with you. All right, let me just apologize now for the difference in audio, but I had to go ahead and put the mic on. I'm running water. I got the Instant Pot making noise, the microwave, and I'm going to have to start the dishwasher in just a couple minutes. So and the furnace just kicked on, which I think I'm going to turn down because I'm pretty hot. The oven's on too. It's been 6 minutes, so I got to get moving because I'm going to mess up. So it's been natural releasing for 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and let it release the rest of the way manually and get them in the ice water. Okay, we've done 5 minutes cooking, 5 minutes natural release, then we manual released for the rest. Go ahead and get them out. Okay, we got some cracked ones in there, but that's all right. Try to let the steam dissipate enough that I can reach in there and grab it. Okay, here we go. I think just about all of them cracked, but I'm okay with that. We'll just put them down in the ice water. Got plenty of ice water in there, don't I? Yeah, look at that one. That one's probably not going to be very good, but that's all right. 5 minutes in the ice water. The eggs did their 5 minutes in the ice bath. Now they're just kind of hanging around over there. We're going to go ahead and get back to this stuff and get this in the oven real quick, the radishes. So I got these all rinsed off, and just move this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of MCT oil on these. The reason I'm using MCT oil is because these are actually for John, and he's on a round of hCG. And this is, okay, so if you read the original protocol, you're not going to see MCT oil in it. But we use MCT oil, and it does work well for us. So here's this, and I'm just going to put a little, really don't need much. A little bit more. Okay, just a couple splashes. Then all I'm going to use, normally I would put dill weed on it, but I don't see any over there in my spices. I don't know what I did with it. I'm sure I didn't use it all. I'm positive. Well, anyway, we're going to do paprika. Sprinkle it on. And we're going to use the Body of Complete seasoning. Okay. We're going to be somewhat generous with this. And then we're just going to toss them around. So okay, I tossed them around for about a minute, and they're pretty well coated. And you can see that they all have oil on them. So that was plenty of oil. It was seriously just, I mean, it wasn't even a tablespoon, I'm sure. So, okay. I'm going to dump them on my foil pan. Got a foil pan here ready to go. I'm going to try and make them flat so they're like laying down. Because they are really tasty if they like get a little bit browned. So I like them a whole lot browned. John's not super picky about them, actually. He really likes the radishes. They're a decent potato substitute, and you can have them on hCG. So, you know, got to do what you got to do to get through, right? And if it's something you really enjoy, bonus. Potato substitute, rutabaga. #1 for me. So this seasoning, if you roast radishes, you don't have to do what I do. Season it with whatever you want to season it with. So, okay, I'm going to pop these in the oven at 350. I'll let you know how long they're in. Okay, I had to get out a new cutting board because I got wax. I got little spots of wax on my other one. And I have some little spots of wax over here on my counter too. Up in here, there's wax. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get that off of there. Okay, so I'm going to cook up some rutabaga in the Instant Pot. This is just going to be rutabaga just to eat, just as it is. The rest of it's going to get cooked up in this is going to get cooked up into the vegetable soup. And I was going to cook all of this just to cook. So, and also John is going to try this on his hCG round. Just eat a little bit of it and see how it goes for him. I don't know if it's allowed. I know it's not listed, but we're going to find out, and I'm going to let you know. So, all right, we're going to come over here and put this in the Instant Pot. I put about 2.5, 3 cups of water in there, and I really, really hope my microphone's doing its job right now because there is all kinds of noise going on in here. Okay. I feel like I need more water. I always feel like I need more water, so I'm just going to add some because it's really fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. It actually said to salt the water too, which I didn't do. I'm just going to throw some salt down in the water since this is in a steamer basket anyway. The thing that I looked at said a teaspoon. That's probably about a teaspoon. I don't know. And it said to cook it, let it come to pressure, and then let it cook for 4 minutes. So we're going to put it on sealing, pressure cook, 4 minutes, and let it go. And then after it's done, it said to let it natural release for 10 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, now we're going to come back over here, and I got some carrots that I've had for a while actually, but I mean, they still look all right. I'll just peel them and get them cut up. And then I'm going to kind of cook the rutabaga and the carrots first. I don't know if I'm going to cut up all three of these, but at least two of them. Cook those up first and let them get mostly cooked. And then I'm going to throw the rest of the vegetables in with it since these take longer. Last time I made it, I know the carrots weren't all the way done, which didn't really bother me, but I think John would have preferred if they were, which is strange because it's usually the other way around. But okay, let me get busy. Oh, I put my peeler in the dishwasher. Daggone it. All right, I did the old technique my grandma showed me. If you don't have a peeler, you just scrape it off with the edge of a knife. So that's what I did. I'm going to cut these up and see if it looks like I'd like to have more. I'm just going to take this out of here. I was trying to make it so this didn't turn all brown, but I think it'll be fine. Whoops. Okay, my timer went off. I'm going to check these radishes real quick. Ooh, look at that steam. I'm going to grab a knife. I'm just going to use the knife that I'm using for, yeah, that is definitely not done. So they've been in for 15 minutes. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, yeah, the radishes are still, close that drawer, still pretty firm. So I'm just going to go another 15. So that'll be 30 minutes altogether. And I'll get these in. Probably cook these for, well, I guess I got to wait for the other rutabaga to come out first. So, and I think I want more carrots in it. I'm going to go scrape the peel off this one too. This is the knife I just used to scrape the peel off with. So these are my better knives, but at the same time, I don't really care about them because they're actually chintzy, if I'm being honest. So these knives came from, I got two of these. The other one's in the dishwasher. I just used it for the rutabaga. But anyway, there's this lady that I work for, and I just go once in a while whenever she calls me, and I do things like clean out her pantry, her kitchen cabinets, refrigerator, stuff like that. So I just do that kind of stuff for her whenever she needs it. And she was getting rid of these knives. So she's like, these are really good knives. Do you want them? I never use them. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. Are they good? She's like, yeah, they're really good. Well, I mean, they're decent. They really are. I don't like the handle at all. And sometimes my hand slips on it. But I saw them at Dollar General in a 2-pack. And yeah, I mean, that's fine. I appreciate it. And I do use them. I use them all the time. But they're really not like good, super good quality at all. Now, I don't mind spending some money on good quality. So what would be a good quality knife set that isn't ridiculously expensive? But like I said, I don't mind spending a little bit for quality. I've always wanted a really good knife set. All right, I'm just waiting for the 4 minutes to get done on the rutabaga. It actually just got up to pressure, so it took a little longer than I thought it would to get up to pressure since I just made the eggs in it. But anyway, I'm just going to put a little, I think I'll put a little, that'll probably be enough celery for the soup. I really just like the flavor it gives it. So, and here's the rutabaga and carrots that are going to go in first. The rest of the veggies that I'm using are going to be frozen. I'm doing peas, green beans, and corn. And this right here is all the leafy stuff from the top of the celery. And I'm going to freeze it and keep it for another time. I like it in soups, but I don't want it in this soup. It just makes a really nice ingredient. It gives a lot of flavor. So I don't know if they're all going to fit in there. I might make the big one and then a little one too. I think I will. I'll get out another muffin thing. We just do this and then fill it up with water and freeze it. And then I'll just label it as to what it is, and I can use it in another dish. Let me see if I can do this without it going all over the place. I made the perfect spot for these to sit in the freezer. All right, that's going to be perfect now if I can get them in the freezer without spilling them. Spilling them? You know what I mean. Then I'm doing good. All right, they're both in there, and when they're done, I'll stick them into a Ziploc. The radishes are done. So they were in for 30 minutes and they look a little shrivelly, but they're really not. They're perfect. They're still just a little bit, they're al dente, just a tiny bit firm yet. So they're not mush. So once he microwaves these to warm them up, they'll be perfect. Well, they're probably perfect right now, if I'm being honest, but they'll still be good when he heats them up in the microwave. I also wanted to show you, before I put them all in the container, I don't think they're all going to fit in here, to be honest. The underside that was touching the pan, whoops, it's just slightly browned. It's not burnt or anything like that. It's just nicely roasted, nicely browned. Golden. It's golden brown. Yeah, it's not going to fit in here. I managed to cram most of them in here. And then I'll save this little bit. He can eat these tonight. I know he will. He's going to want them because they are his favorite. I just put the foil from that I cooked the radishes on, and I'm putting the eggshells on it. So some of them look a little kind of brownish. So I probably just left them in there too long because I know I told you I left them in there longer than it said to. So, and I didn't mean to, but I did. So, but let me tell you what, these things, this is the easiest peeling egg I've ever peeled in my whole life. Look at that. I'm going to rinse them off, but I'm just doing it like this for now. I did do the tap, tap, tap with the spoon, the TikTok egg peeling method. So that probably helps too. But I'm telling you, these peels are just practically falling off. So this is great. I love it. Yeah, this is wonderful. It's taking me no time at all to peel all these eggs. Oh yeah, how many did I have? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, I do have 14 eggs in here. Oh my goodness, I love it. Love it. They are a little discolored though. Like I said, it's probably because I left them in there longer than I was supposed to. But I think they'll taste fine, so I'm not worried about it. That's for my rutabaga. Alexa, stop. Look at me leaving that in too long now too. But it's just now at 10 minutes, natural release. So I'm going to go ahead and reach over here and finish releasing it. I'm just going to let it roll here and let you watch the rest of the process of this peeling, because for hard-boiled eggs, let me tell you, this is definitely the #1 way that I've ever done it for the peel just to come off so super easy. Get these all peeled up and rinsed off, and I'm just going to let it roll. I want to thank Xana down in the comments below for giving me a tip on this celery. She said to clean it all up at once and put it in a container with some water. I'm not sure how much water to put in, but I guess I don't think you're supposed to maybe cover it, but you'll have to let me know, Xana, because I'm just going to put a little bit of water in the bottom and seal this thing up. Hopefully there's enough room for this lid to go on. This is just an old lunch meat container. Okay, so I just have a little bit of water here in the bottom. Oops, can't see it. Just have a little water here in the bottom. You'll have to tell me if that's good or if I need to like cover it. I don't really know, but okay, this is on nice and tight. So here's the celery done up. So whenever the vegetable soup is done, oh, I think my Instant Pot's done releasing the pressure. Okay, these right here, these containers are the ones I like to put my veggie soup in. They're like jars, but they're plastic. I got them at Dollar Tree. Well, there was only 3 of them in here, and I'm like, well, where's the rest of them? Because I have 6. Well, they're in the freezer with broth in them. 2 have broth and 1 has gravy in it. So, oh well. I got these I have more lunch meat containers, so I got the lunch meat containers out. And we'll just use those for the veggie soup. Here's the rutabaga. Try to get this thing to sit still. All right, let's try a bigger piece. Oh, yeah. That is fully cooked. Oh, perfect. That is perfect. Yes, it is. All right. Let me set this aside. I'm about to put the carrots and rutabaga into the Instant Pot, and I thought, well, let me just put some tomato juice in with it because I have bought this V8 juice, and the last time I made it, I needed more than this, so I had some little cans of it in the spare fridge, so I just used those. Well, I thought, you know what? I have a jug of tomato juice in the pantry. I've had in there for a while, so I'll just use that. No big deal. Well, I guess it's been in there longer than I thought, or else somebody gave it to me or something, because honestly, I don't remember buying it. If I buy anything like that, it's usually the V8 juice. So, anyway, I get it out and I'm like, wow, this is like really dark. It doesn't look right. And I got my glasses on and I looked at the date and it was dated December of 2020. So yeah, it wasn't any good. It was, and I don't necessarily go by the dates. I go by, that's like the sell by date. It's probably still fine. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't because it was dark. It was like brown. So anyway, I do have some tomato sauce. I'll just use that, and I also have some chicken broth in the fridge that I can use, so it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. I'm just gonna put them in with some chicken broth and that tomato sauce, I think. Or maybe I will just use the V8 and see if it's enough. But I'm going to put a little chicken broth in. This chicken broth doesn't expire until December of 2024. Oh, I checked to make sure. But it's already been opened. It was in the fridge. I don't know if you need to shake it up or not, but I always do. A little broth in there. There we go. Put some V8 in there. And I might just put the rest of that chicken broth in, because I can't really think of anything that I'm going to need to be using this for. And I hate to throw it out, so why not? Put it right in there. Okay, now I'm happy because the veggies are covered. Okay, and what? Oh, I dropped the lid on the floor. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put this one on. Maybe I'll just do 3 minutes and then manual release because it's going to cook some more. I'll do the 4 minutes and then I'll manual release it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm just going to open up these bags and get them ready to go while that stuff's kind of pre-cooking a little bit. So I don't know if it's all going to fit in this thing or not, but we're going to see. We're going to find out just to make it easier to dump it on in. And, I don't like standing around waiting with nothing to do, so I'm sure I could find something to do. That's got some kind of stringy something on it. I'm cutting it off. I'm so picky. I really am. I'm a texture person, so I'm super picky about textures. I probably shouldn't put all this corn in. That's a lot of corn. I don't know. I'll decide when I put it in there and see what it looks like, but that seems like a lot of corn. That's not exactly, I mean, I don't mind eating some corn, I'm not like super low carb, but when I'm trying to be lower carb, I'd rather not have it. I love corn though. Love it. Okay. I guess we're just going to wait now. I do have something else to do. What was I thinking? I've got the deviled eggs to make. Yes. All right, we're going to see what the insides look like now. Okay, those look all right. And John cannot have these right now, so I kind of hate to make them while he can't have them, but we can't stop living just because one person can't have something. So he has to be able to to resist. Not just him, but me. I have to resist all the other things that I make for the family. Like when I'm done with this, I probably could have got that started, but when I'm done with this, I'm going to throw together some goulash, some pasta, protein pasta goulash. So probably should have had that started already, but that's another thing I could have been doing. I have all this written down on a list, but it's in my craft room, so a lot of good that does me, right? It needs to be in my face if I'm going to remember it. So there's that. All right. Then the rest of these, I'll just put in the fridge for whoever wants them. John will probably have one here and there if he feels like he needs it, because he's going to start lifting. So he's going to get back to lifting while he's still on his round, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what his plan is. He always comes up with a plan of some kind that's not 100% protocol. Then he'll ask my advice on it, and I'm like, no, I can't really advise you on anything if it's not protocol, because I'm not really sure what you're doing. So you do your thing, and I'll just keep my mouth shut because, you know, if there's something I don't agree with, I tell him if he asks me, because before I would tell him, he'd always try some kind of experiment. I'd be like, that is not going to work. That's never going to work. And a little mustard in here, mayo and mustard. And I am going to put a little dash of Splenda in there too. Of course, I don't measure anything, so I can't tell you any measurements, but this is what I'm doing. So let me get this mixed up real quick. I added a little bit more mustard. I gave it a taste. I did the finger test, dipped my finger in and tasted it. So, yes, I did. And I got my paprika out, so I don't forget to put paprika on, because you got to make them fancy with a little paprika. Hayden will be excited to see these too. He likes deviled eggs. So yeah, that was pretty easy, cooking them in the Instant Pot like that. As long as it's not a huge inconvenience to get the Instant Pot out, that's definitely the way to do it. For sure. They peeled so easy. All right, let's see if I can't scrape a little bit more out of there. I'll just sit it there, that'll be fine. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch still in there. Top them off a little bit. Let's see which ones I need to top off. Maybe this one. Oops. Okay. Here we go with the paprika, and I'm starting to smell the carrots and rutabaga over there cooking, so I can smell the carrots. I'm not sure how much time's left on them, but they're still pressure cooking away over there. Just like that, and oop. Okay. Like I said, I feel kind of bad to make these right now, so. I always save my used dryer sheets to use to scrub things with, and right here I have a coating of wax from that rutabaga. I need to try and get that off, so I got my hot water going. All right, I've got to work fast. I got some good hot water on this dryer sheet. See if I can't get this off. Oh, it came right off. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, a little bit over here somewhere too. Where was it? Here it is. Oh my. All right, good. Oh, I missed a spot. Oh, it wiped off. Okay. Okay. We finally came up to pressure, so we just got about 2.5 more minutes. Okay. Now my 4 minutes is up. I'm going to natural release right away. Okay, we are done doing the natural release. It's not natural release. I said that before too. It's manual. I did a manual release. Okay. I wonder how done it is. Let me grab my knife. I don't want to end up with mush. Yeah, it's still a little, it's got a little crisp to it, so that's good. Now I'm going to dump the rest of the veg in. I should probably put some salt in there. Okay, let me get a spoon. Yeah, I guess I'll throw the rest of the corn in. A little bit of salt. And the rest of the V8 juice. Oh yeah, that looks good. Looks good. And when this is all done, you can eat it like a soup, or you can just not use the broth and eat a bowl of veggies. Either way. I really enjoyed this last time I made it, so. And I'm gonna reseal it. And we're gonna go with pressure cook for, I'm just gonna do 5 minutes and see what happens. I'm over here making the goulash. I have a can of beans in, a can of the tomato sauce, a jar of this meat sauce from Aldi, and I'm gonna put in this taco meat that I had made up in the freezer. I prepped that up the last time I did prep. I got out 2 more cans because once I get it all mixed together, if it looks like it needs anything more, I'll add more. I don't have good lighting over here at the stovetop, but here we are. Over here at the stovetop. All right. Let's see what we got here. I need a hot pad. These handles do get warm. Okay. I'm going to need more sauce for sure. But I'm trying to decide if I want tomato sauce or another jar of the meat sauce. Let me throw in another can of beans. All right. Another can of beans. And I did go ahead and open up another tomato sauce. I think we'll use that. Whenever I make this, it probably turns out different every time. So at least a little bit. It's mostly similar, but yeah, I think I can hold that without a hot pad. I don't know. Gets a little warm. Oh boy. Yeah, I think this is going to be just right. Yeah, that looks about perfect. I think another jar of meat sauce would have made it too saucy. Too saucy. Okay. And we're just in time for this. It just finished its cycle for the pressure cooking, so I'm trying to decide if I want to manual release it or let it go on its own. I think I'm going to let it go for about 4 minutes. That sounds about right. That's just a guess. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Set a timer for 4 minutes.
4 minutes, starting now.
This is all done. It smells wonderful. I let it go a little bit too long because look, the peas are a little bit dimply. The peas have dimples, but that's all right. I think it's still going to be delicious. It smells wonderful. I'm probably going to go ahead and taste it. But while I've been doing this, I let it go too long because I've been working on this down here, putting the new shelf liner in under, I'm in the light, let me move. Putting the new shelf liner in underneath the sink down here. And over here, I've got all this mess to go through and figure out what I'm keeping and getting rid of and organize it way better. And I have all my baskets over here. I got all my baskets out. I'm going to figure out what I'm keeping and just organize it better. That probably seems like a silly clip to put in with my meal prep video, but it's what I'm doing on meal prep day. I'm working on that while I'm at it. What can I say? It needs done. I've got to get it done. It's been like this for a few days now, so it's driving me nuts. I'm sure it's driving everybody else nuts too, but all right, let's figure out what I got going on here. Let me get this dished up and show you everything. Here we have it, all the stuff that I just made. Here's the big pan of goulash. Chase is just coming down ready to eat. So I need to hurry up with my video. I don't want to be making him wait to eat because I'm making a video. Here, oh my goodness, don't spill it. Oh my gosh. Let me taste it. This is the rutabaga, the radishes, the deviled eggs, the boiled eggs, celery, all this vegetable soup, and all this is broth because I didn't want to put so much broth in with it. So I had all this extra broth, and I'm just going to keep it. Next time I make veggie soup, I'll just use it. This is good. Oh yeah, that's good. I am going to sample this real quick, make sure it's all cooked just right. But let me just tell you, this is one aromatic meal prep. We got boiled eggs and rutabaga all in the same day. If you know, you know, right? Okay, we're going to get a little bit of everything here. Well, not in one bite, I guess. Okay. Let me see how the carrots are. They're cooked perfect. Got some dimply peas and some rutabaga. Oh, my peas fell off. Hold on. Perfection. I've been dying to have some of this. So, yeah, I've been thinking, man, I have got to get that veggie soup made because I really want some. I love it. Super good. Hold on, I'm going to drink the rest of this out of this bowl. Now, don't go away just yet. There's one more thing I'm going to show you, and that is my mess. It's been a while ago now, but Terry Lee showed her mess after her meal prep, so I said, I'll have to leave my mess out next time and show you my mess. Just because, why not? So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. And here's my mess. This is everything that I need to get washed up, and even got a couple of pieces of laundry in the mix. So, yep, this is the mess. It's not terrible, but I did put a couple things already in the dishwasher, but I think it really just cutting board and a knife and a peeler, pretty sure. A couple knives, yeah, that's right.